Hey, what's up retro gamers? This is Sean from PowerPackBlog.com, and today we're going to take a look at this handheld portable gaming unit from AtGames, maker of many plug-and-play retro consoles that you can typically find at some of the dollar stores like Family Dollar, Dollar General. This one has Sega Master System and Game Gear games on board, and it goes by the name of Arcade Gamer Portable for some reason. But despite that, it's actually pretty cool, so let's take a look. If we get in focus here, the first thing is get a general overview. It's a little bit like a Game Boy Micro or something like that. And the controls are great. The D-pad looks a little bad, and I thought, oh my god, that's gonna suck, but this is actually really good and really accurate. These buttons are okay. The only problem I have with them is that the way that they're spaced out sometimes makes it a little difficult to rock between them, but it gets the job done. You've got a menu button here, which it accesses the games list in game, and this is your start button, which is typically going to pause the game. On top we've got a volume wheel, no problems there, power switch, and an AV out so that you can actually play these games through your television, which is really handy, and I'm going to talk about that a little more later. On the bottom you've got headphone jack, and flipping over to the back, got the door for 3 AAA batteries. Now, you know, rechargeable battery systems are pretty common now, and it seems funny to put AAA batteries in there, but I really don't mind this. If you're on a trip or have this with you traveling, you can think about if you're on a train or on the plane or something. Yeah, there's outlets available typically, but with this, if you run out of battery power, you can just slap 3 new batteries in. There's no looking for an outlet or having to wait for it to recharge. So it's kind of old school technology, but it has advantages too. One strange thing is there is a screw in here, a Phillips head screw, and I'm not sure why they felt that was necessary, but there you have a choice. You can either take that out. This won't fall out without the screw. You have to still pull down the latch and open it. But again, if you wanted to change the batteries and you didn't have a screwdriver with you, you'd be out of luck. So who knows, man, these things are made in China. So that's the overview of just the hardware itself. It's really nice. This thing is super light, but it really doesn't feel junky, and it doesn't, you know, twist or feel like you're gonna break it. But by the same token, you could just slide this in your pocket, and you're not worried about beating it up. So you're probably dying to just turn the damn thing on. So let's take a look. It boots up really fast. There's no messing around. You go right to a list of all the games, 30 games. You can scroll down this way. There's some audio. And then you can page left and right. Again, I won't name every game that's on here. I will put that in the information of the video, so we don't have to hear me say all of the names. The thing that I've found is the Sega Master System games tend to be a little tougher to play on a screen that's this small. Here's an example of one that I thought was a little tough. This game is called Astro Warrior, and again, it's a Master System game I had never played. and it's a vertical shooter. Pretty cool. At some point when the background gets a little busier, it actually becomes difficult to see where you're shooting. So I thought that was going to hinder the gameplay, but as I was saying about the video out, which I hadn't even considered that I would use, when I plugged it into the TV and played it, it's no problem. So there's a handful of games that, for me, fall into that category of not totally playable portably. Well, as you can see, I'm getting along here, so you know this is playable, but it's a little easier if you play through the TV. Sorry, I was looking at the game and I think I took it out of the video frame. Now to go back to the menu, just hit the menu button. Jumps right back. And by contrast, some of the, or most of the Game Gear games are a little bit easier, or they translate better onto this screen. I'm not sure how big the original Game Gear screen was, but these ones, you can tell the difference between games that were designed for a very small screen and ones that were designed for to go on your television. I should have picked something that was a little faster to get into the action. There we go. This is Tails Adventure, something I've never played in the past. And it plays great. There was only, jump back to the menu, there's only been one game that I found a little disappointing, which was Golden Axe for the Master System, because I thought, wow, the Golden Axe is going to be awesome. The problem with it is it seems like it's running at the wrong speed or something. It seems like it's going fast, but it looks like the animations are almost skipping a frame, and it makes it difficult to do some of the more precision moves, like trying to navigate when you've got three guys and they're trying to surround you, and you try to do the charge attack. It just doesn't play fluidly, I guess is the right way to say it. But again, you know, I'm getting by here, so not that it's unplayable, just that it's a little nitpicky, but seems like it's not running at the right speed. So jump back to the menu. In this list of games, there's some things that I mentioned that I'd never played, like this game called Penguin Land. And I don't know if this has anything to do with the Sega arcade game Pengo. I mean, I know they're not the same game and they're not even similar, but you know, you've got this penguin character that breaks ice blocks, so there is sort of some relation there. This is a very cool game, and you have to get your egg down to the bottom of each stage, and it's not always easy. I've had to play some of these stages many times to finally get there. So anyway, there's an individual recommendation. Try out Penguin Land if you've never seen it before. So I think that covers most of it. There's the speaker is here. There's one speaker on the front. You have mono sound. Even if you run it through a TV, you're only going to get mono sound. Everything works as advertised. I think this is really cool. It's a cool way to experience some of these games if you missed them, as I did. I never had a Master System or a Game Gear, and I never knew anybody who had either one, so I'm enjoying playing some new old games, new to me, and for $30 I would definitely say this was a worthwhile purchase, especially I was a little disappointed at first that some of the games are so hard to see. This screen is, you know, a postage stamp. It's very small, especially when you're used to playing maybe the 3DS XL or the, you know, PSP or the Vita. Going back to something this small is a little hard on your eyes at first, but the equalizer is that AV out so that you can play any of these games through your television, so you really don't lose. So again, this company, AtGames, they make a lot of these retro consoles, plug-and-play systems, and based on this, I'd say the quality is pretty good. So yeah, I recommend it if these games are ones that you haven't played before, or if they're ones that you know that you already like. Give it a shot. Later.